Hi there, Tandy Elisala here, your Chief Inspiration Officer. I wanted to share a little bit about my story, about my caregiving story. In many, many ways, my caregiving journey actually began when I was 13. My mom clinically died, came back, giving birth to my sister. And it was just the two of us in terms of siblings. And my mom went straight from the hospital and ICU to a mental hospital where she spent the first 3 months of my sister's life. My dad was in the Air Force. He worked nights, and that left me. I was the one that fed my sister, changed her, took care of her, was up nights. I was making dinner for my dad. I was making breakfast. I was getting his lunch together. I was 13 years old. I grew up fast, and I took on a lot of responsibilities at a very young age. Fast forward, I married rather young. I married at 19. I went from my parents' place to mine with my husband, then husband. We had 3 beautiful children. We were married for 10 years. And one theme was that I had this subconscious thing about taking care of him and taking care of him first, and that his needs were more important. And of course, as a mother, I think in society we are incorrectly taught that, our children come first. And absolutely they come first. Yet the real first is ourselves. So fast forward some more. I divorced and remarried. I remarried to another man who wanted somebody to take care of him. And then we divorced, and then my dad's accident. December 22nd of 2009. It was the worst day of my life. My dad was involved in a 20-plus car pileup. He was hit by a semi amid a dust storm on the I-10 in Casa Grande. It made national news. 3 people died that day. He spent, for the most part, the first 6 months after the accident at Barrow Neurological Center. Over the course of 2.5 years, he had 11 brain surgeries and 2 other surgeries. He suffered severe traumatic brain injury. Now, this was a man, my hero, who was enrolled in a doctorate program at the time, and he was my already disabled mother's caregiver. My mom, just weeks prior to this accident, was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was already wheelchair bound, had high everything, kidney failure, oxygen bound. And a week before that, my sister was involved in a really horrific car accident, breaking a lot of bones, where she would ultimately become addicted to pain medication. A week before that, I had surgery and was recovering. And I was going through a divorce from my second husband. All of this happened within a 3-month period. It was extremely traumatic, and I left my 21-year executive career to take care of my parents, and did that for 2.5 years, along with my amazing angel daughter, Amanda, my oldest daughter, who quit college and quit her job to help me take care of them, because there were many times that both of my parents were in different hospitals around the valley for different reasons. My mother suffered mental illness and physical illness, and my dad, of course, the traumatic brain injury and physical. So had we placed them in a home, they would have been separated. And we made the decision to take care of them unless or until their needs exceeded our abilities. And I'm really proud that we spent up until the last 24 to 36 hours of their lives, respectively, until they both passed in 2012, a few months apart from each other, together. And our family's always been a strong unit, and we grew even stronger. But here's what else I learned, okay? Amid all of this, I learned that my needs were just as important as everybody else's needs. I learned and really got that I needed to create boundaries in order to have effective relationships, stay sane, and exercise self-love. And I realized that I had to make time and space for me. I had to exercise self-care. I had to put myself first. I had to get enough rest, drink enough water, all that stuff. And reflecting back on all these life experiences that have brought me to this point, caregiving and caring for others has really been a theme. And I've finally broke that cycle, if you will, of putting other needs first, taking care of everybody else. And I've put my own needs first. My life is richer for it. And in the month of February, we have self-care and self-love is our theme. And I really want to encourage you to take a look at where you are putting others first, where you aren't fully loving yourself, where you might seek approval or attention from others, why you may say yes all the time to everything instead of saying no so that you can make room for the right yeses. I really, really want to add value for your life and give you the tips and tools. So this month, we're going to be doing that. And I wanted to share a little bit about my story because it's really interesting, I think, how, at a very young age, up until about 5 years ago, that I'd finally got it. And I'm living it. And I'm just in love with my life. So I invite you to come on this journey with me. And I'd love to hear your comments. Where are you challenged with self-love and self-care? Just hit reply to this email or any email you get from me and let me know so that I can better serve you this month and beyond. Take care, and here's to an amazing, amazing 2016.